What do you do when it's your 23rd anniversary, but you have commitments and you can't get away? You plan an adventure-filled weekend away for when you can make it happen. Join my wife Kimmy and I on our New Brunswick weekend getaway to the Mirimichi Valley, where we seek out waterfalls, covered bridges, and other interesting sights, with a stop at Kouchibouquac National Park on our way home, where we hit some trails hiking. We finished up a great first day and retired to our log cabin in the woods, courtesy of Devil's Back Cottages in Doketown. This little spot was perfect for us, with a full kitchen, living room, bathroom, and a spare bedroom. Don't forget the bathroom as well. Since we'd already gone to see Fallbrook Falls the previous day, we looked up some other fun stuff we could do on a rainy Saturday. We decided to check out the Nelson's Hollow covered bridge, which was close to us, and we found another area a bit of a drive north of us that had a trail with 3 waterfalls on it: Little Sheep House Falls, Lamb Falls, and Hopewell Falls. So we packed ourselves a lunch, bought a couple of rain ponchos, and headed out for another day of adventure. The Nelson Covered Bridge is the oldest covered bridge in New Brunswick. It was built in 1900 and is 25 meters or 81 feet in length. In 1977, the bridge was restored by the Doketown Historical Society. The bridge is closed now to vehicle traffic, but it is accessible to pedestrian traffic only. While we were walking through the bridge, Kimmy noticed some concrete columns up the hill. We decided to walk up the path a little further and found an old concrete bridge remains. These remains are pretty interesting, and we enjoyed poking around them for a few minutes in the rain, imagining the full structure that spanned the valley many years ago. These are the best for walking in. Socks and sandals, baby. All the way. I should be in all the pictures. All the pictures.
Oh, yeah, look at that.
You and me, but with me in my sandals.
This must be part of the four-wheeler trailer. I wonder where that went.
Oh, look at the bridge. That's where that gate was. Remember the...
Oh, that's a pretty long bridge.
Yeah. I'm glad I wore my boots.
There's a road down there. I don't know if I can get down to it. The white stuff.
I know, I was
dripping.
thinking the same thing. It looks like spray foam. Maybe it's oxidization from the rebar. Now what? On my own. Once we finished playing around on the old bridge, we made the drive from Doketown to the dirt road that travels into Sheep House Falls Trail. This is an easy 1-kilometer trail that allows you to view 3 different waterfalls: Sheep House Falls, which is about 20 meters or 60 feet high, and the smaller Lamb Falls and Hopewell Falls. The trail was originally developed in 1989 and expanded in 1995. The falls and trail are accessed by, you guessed it, a very long 17-kilometer dirt road to get to the trailhead. We did a lot of dirt road driving this weekend.
We are yellow.
It was a rainy Saturday, but we were in good spirits as we trudged through the woods in pursuit of more waterfalls. Whew, slippery. I can hear, you can see that in the video. There's a muffler with twin exhaust pipes coming out of it. I'm afraid of slipping on these wet roofs. Pretty even the sound of the water. Love the sound of rushing water. Yeah, I saw this online. This is a new construction. There was this really cool cave at Lambrook Falls, so of course I needed to stop and take a selfie. We finished up the trail, looked at the cool waterfalls, and returned to the car for some lunch. It had rained steady all the way to the trailhead, and had come off and on in showers while we hiked. We had made a couple of wraps for lunch, and they were waiting patiently in the car for us to return and eat them. We were just chowing down, and then out of nowhere this moose saunters by just to say hi. Fun times. We made the long drive out the 17-kilometer dirt road and headed back to our Airbnb. Once we got back, the sky opened up and it poured rain. We had some supper, but there was a break in the rain, so we decided to head behind our cabin on the four-wheeler trail to have a look at Devil's Back Lake. The hike was short, it was warm in the poncho, and the bugs were nasty. After another good night's sleep, it was time to head back home to PEI. We had decided that we wanted to stop in Kouchibouquac National Park and do some trails. We stopped at the visitor center, paid our fees, and headed to the Osprey Trail, a lovely trail that weaves in and out of the woods and along the water and takes you to a secluded beach. The mosquitoes are swarming me. They were angry. I could hear them. It was like a sawgon as I walked through. The bog. There it is here. In high def. The bog. Where are we
Look how
going?
many places you can sit down. So you can sit down right here where you start.
I'm
and
thinking
then
about
0.4
sitting down.
kilometers, and then at 0.5 kilometers,
Because you went 0.1 of a kilometer, it's time for a break.
I don't want to sit.
Probably should take some chips. We could eat chips. So you could eat a bag at each one of the stops. Our next trail was the Bog Trail. This trail has a long boardwalk across the bog with educational signs. Kimmy saw a deer right at the beginning, and if you look in just the right place in the video, you can see it flip its tail and run off through the trees. But that wasn't all. We saw Mr. Bunny next. Where's Bambi? Hey, Mr. Bumper. There it is, a tower. The Bog Trail was a pretty cool spot. It has a large viewing tower with spiral stairs which looks over the expanse of the bog. From the top, there were great views of the bog and the boardwalk structure of the trail. Kimmy wanted to check out the beach, so we stopped at Kelly's Beach next. Kelly's Beach is a big, sandy beach. But to get to the beach, there's this long, elevated boardwalk that spans a small body of water. The beach is actually on a long peninsula, or maybe even an island. It was really neat accessing the beach through this long boardwalk.
Dun, dun, dun. Who does that? Maybe. Oh, it's big.
Let's give it a big hug. For our final trail before completing our drive home to PEI, I wanted to do the Pines Trail. This trail boasted some huge pine trees, tall and straight. The forest had been used for ships' masts long ago, and it was easy to see why, even today. We had a great weekend away. There was lots of adventuring and fun times together. Thanks, New Brunswick, for a memorable weekend.